are honored to have Mr. Jazair Kothari, Managing Director of Conserve Consulting Private Limited. He is a graduate of IIT Kharagpur and has an experience of more than 30 years in the field of sustainability and energy efficiency. He has been recognized as an IGBC and LEED Fellow. He is a certified energy auditor and manager from the Bureau of Energy Efficiency, Ministry of Energy, and Government of India. He is a lead accredited professional from the United States Green Building Council and also a trained trainers faculty of National Renewable Energy Laboratory, Department of Energy, USA, for their energy simulation software. He is also the judge at the CII National Award for the Excellence in Energy Management for the building sector. Mr. Juzair will present a talk on future trends in sustainability. So let's welcome Mr. Juzair.
Thank you. Thank you very much to all of you and the ACE team for inviting me. Thank you so much. I think we've had a good round of discussions, and a few things which I'm going to touch upon have sort of been discussed. But before we really move on to the future of sustainable buildings, let's spend a minute or two on what do we mean by sustainable. I think someone did mention some definition and asked a question on what do you mean by sustainability. So sustainability is indeed a very complex word, and it has different meanings to different people. But for us at Conserve and for me personally, sustainability is a journey. It's an aspiration. Just like health or just like excellence, there is no end to sustainable. But how will you then measure sustainable? How do you know that you are sustainable? So what we believe that in a journey, you measure various milestones as you move along. And similarly, in the sustainability journey, you need to measure certain performance markers, certain milestones, certain data points to know you are truly progressing in your journey of sustainability. So that's what we believe, and we consult in this particular manner. So the next question is that how sustainable are our sustainable initiatives? Many organizations, many people, many consultants, consulting firms, they want to be sustainable, and they try and do a few things here and there to be sustainable. So we need to have a pattern. We need to understand what is the method behind this. And it is a globally accepted norm that the triple bottom line, which is an organization which factors in sustainability at the social level, environment level, and the economic level, which is also called the 3 Ps, people, planet, and profit. If we are able to address all these 3 issues, then we are moving on the path of sustainability. A very, very important part is that sustainability is not just a one-time activity. It is a continuous process. So you have to be at it, and you have to continuously improve bit by bit so that you become more and more sustainable. Again, I'm just referring back to something which is very dear to us is health. So if we lose a bit of weight, and again we put it back, we are not moving in our journey of health due to the marker of weight. We need to maintain the weight or continuously make sure that we are at the right place on the weight. I'm just, referring to this correlation so that people can understand. Yeah. So the future of sustainable built environment, in my mind, can be broken up into 3 compartments. And I'm here now talking about sustainable buildings alone. When we talk of creating sustainable assets, so the 3 things that will be the future would be sustainable organization, sustainable built environment, and sustainable building performance. This is going to be how the world is going to move in the next maybe 10 to 15 years, in my opinion. But let me start at the bottom, sustainable building performance. So we discussed about technology. So the first thing that comes to my mind on sustainable building performance is design performance modeling. There are many tools available, and each one is better than the other to really measure what is the performance of a building at the design stage. And this is going to be more and more prevalent. Today, almost, I would say, all large projects are using this method and building, which is truly sustainable. And after that, in the operation stage, we need to be sure that we do the right commissioning, retro commissioning, as well as audits, and make sure that the building performs as we have designed. The second bucket, which I would like to emphasize upon, is not the building is not only important, but the environment around it is also extremely important. So we have heard of words like decarbonization, like net zero, and various certifications, which give a holistic view of the built environment, are getting prevalent and will become more and more as we go. The third part, and which is extremely important, is buildings are no doubt made of brick, mortar, and technology, but they are made by people. There is the people and the thoughts of the people that really create these assets. So the organizations themselves have to be sustainable. And today there is a movement called the ESG, environmental, social governance planning, that most and many organizations are now adopting it. In fact, SEBI has made it mandatory for the top 1,000 organizations to publish their ESG plans. So organizations will become more sustainable. And there is a very wonderful framework of ESG to really help them move on the journey of sustainability. I'll just take this last slide. I think, do I have a minute or two? Yeah, thank you. So there are some myths which has to be broken of sustainability. A few have been discussed, but I thought I'll point out 3 of them. Sustainability is not expensive. If you are going to put in a lot of money into any building and it doesn't have a return on investment, is useless money. It is not sustainable. So sustainable has to have a return on investment. Sustainable is not meaning that it is more expensive. Sustainable does not mean green, landscape or renewable energy. There are a few buildings which are really inefficient in operations, but they tell us that I have all my energy which is coming from renewable energy. That is not sustainable. Just going over to renewable energy is not sustainable. Inherently, the building efficiency, the operational efficiency, the people who are running the building, the track of all the data governance that goes into the building, everything has to be sustainable. It's not just renewable energy. And last is sustainability is not a fashion. It's not a fad at the moment. It's the need of the hour. And if you just go back into a bit of history, the real organizations which are almost 100, 150 years old, they have been truly sustainable. I would like to name one organization that we work with is the Tatas. They are truly sustainable. Like that, there are organizations like ITC, etc., which have got the sustainability in the DNA. And they believe that if we are sustainable, we'll be able to perform better. So it's not a fashion. It's the right thing to do for any corp or any organization. Thank you very much.
For viewers who have joined us today, we would like your feedback and encourage you to stay connected with us via our social media handles. AC Update is available on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also download our app from Google Play and the App Store. We also request our viewers to stay tuned for future interactions. With that, today's interaction has now come to a close. Thank you and goodbye.